A dinosaur saw her, who slowly starts coming near the koa to eat her. The easier this way seemed, the more difficult it was. This made the dinosaur very angry, and he comes very close. The film starts with a voice in the background. It was telling that our world is very big and unending. And just like our Earth, a planet is coming from it, Samaris, where life was like humans. They had a very good world. They were living very comfortably. Although this time is not the time of the present. It was 65 million years ago, but still, the people of Samaris were so advanced that they could easily go to any other planet and could travel anywhere. We see the main character of this story, Mills, who lived in Samaris with his wife and daughter, and they were at the seaside at this time. His daughter had a deadly disease, whose treatment was so expensive that Mills did not have that much money. So that's why he decided to go on a space mission. I mean, because he himself is a pilot. This meant that he would travel to any other planet with a group of scientists. It took him about 2 years in this mission, and the money he will get from the mission, he will get his daughter treated. He had to do this for his daughter, and there was no way. Before leaving, Mills's daughter tells him that, "Dad, I will wait for you. I know that you will return safely." And with this, Mills leaves for his mission. We are shown the time after 2 years, when we see Mills's spaceship flying in the sky. It means he was very close to his destination. As they were moving forward, many pieces of rocks suddenly collided with their spaceship. This incident becomes so dangerous that the whole spaceship starts shaking violently. In this state, Mills also opened his eyes. He himself comes and starts controlling the spaceship, because at this time, everyone else was in deep sleep. They were sleeping in the chamber, and this spaceship was moving on its auto mode. The sleep in which all those people were sleeping is such a sleep when a person has to stop aging, and he has to keep it at the age at which he departs from his planet, and recast the other planet with the same age. Then the jambers are used for this purpose. In this way, their age is preserved. The attack of the pieces of rocks was very high, due to which many parts of the spaceship were damaged. Now, looking at these circumstances, he decides that I will land this spaceship on a nearby planet, since there was little chance of the ship traveling farther. But as soon as he reaches that planet, he does not see anything properly due to the strong wind. The spaceship is hit by a big rock. This time, the spaceship is so damaged that all the chambers are also destroyed. Everything was destroyed. Even Mills's condition was very bad. He comes out and sees if anyone is alive, but when he finds all the chambers destroyed, he understands that all the scientists have died except me. He is satisfied by thinking that this planet is at least suitable for humans to live on, and is absolutely fine. There will be a survival of life. There is water to drink, flowers and leaves to eat, and the atmosphere is just right to breathe. But he did not realize that not only life, but there were many other dangers present here. Looking at this planet, it was just like our Earth, because it was land, but it was not our world in which we are now living. In fact, 65 million years ago, when human life did not even started there, because there were no humans there, but big dinosaurs and creatures like them. Anyway, now he sends all the information of his planet to his base, and also tells whatever happened to them. He remembers that there were 2 small spaceships in our spaceship that were useful in the case of emergency, but he had no idea where they would have fallen. And because those ships were very strong, Mills decides that now I will find them and somehow try to go to my planet. Now, he was not getting anything to eat. On top of that, such a difficult situation due to which, once Mills thinks of killing himself, but when he thinks of his daughter, he stops. He starts remembering his daughter while watching her videos. Anyway, he gets a signal on the screen that a voice is coming out of one of those chambers because someone was still alive in it. Mills quickly goes to the chamber to check if someone is really alive. After a lot of searching and investigating, he found the chamber. When he opened it, there was a little girl inside it, who was his daughter's age. He takes her with him and asks her after making her consciousness, "Who are you, daughter? Where did you come from? And what was the plan of your entire group?" The girl speaks, but her language was different from Mills. For this reason, he was not able to understand what she was trying to say, and which language she was speaking. Then he remembers that he had found a diary in the chamber. Upon reading it, Mills finds out that the name of this girl is Koa. Anyway, the next morning, Mills goes to investigate this entire planet. Along with that, he was also trying to find his small spaceship. There were a lot of volcanoes here, one of which bursts, and the skeleton of a very big dinosaur was also lying there. Mills now takes out a device of his high technology, which was a GPS, meaning it used to find anything. Through it, Mills finds out that his small spaceship has fallen on a mountain about 15 kilometers from here. To see the rest of the way, he looks down. Dinosaur's small child attacks him. It was stuck to his neck, but Mills was lucky. He had an electric gun which was quite advanced. He first hits the dinosaur's child with a gun, and then kills him with a single shot. And saving his life, he came back to the girl. He tells her about all this. We have to cross the way as soon as possible and reach there, so that we can get out of here. But listening to him, Koa tries to explain that the chambers in which we came, my parents were also there, and I will not go anywhere without them. But Mills knew that all the chambers had been destroyed, and now no one was left. By hiding this from the girl, he explains it to her. But Koa was not ready to listen to anything. So Mills lies to her that your mom and dad are also there on the mountain. Come with me, we have to reach that hill as soon as possible. For which she agreed, and now people get ready and leave. They try to reach their destination. But the easier this path seemed, it was many times difficult, surrounded by dangers. Because at this time, there were not only walking, but also flying dinosaurs and many such creatures, which could have an air attack on them at any time. Now these two hide and move ahead from a very large field, and come to the forest. There were also many dinosaurs and creatures there, which were trying to come and harm them. Mills kills them with his electric gun and continues to save Koa and him. They find a waterfall where they drink a bit of water, and wash their face and calm a little bit. Mills then sits on a tree trunk, and with the help of his GPS, he tried to find out how far his spaceship is now. But then suddenly the tree branch breaks. Mills falls on the ground quite hard, and his left arm was quite injured. He was in a lot of pain. Hearing the breaking of the tree, 2 or 3 big dinosaurs start coming this way to attack Mills. But luckily at this time, he had some bombs, which Mills was throwing on those dinosaurs and killing them, and so he was trying to save himself. While this, Koa runs away from there to save her life, and comes to a place and hides. But soon she realizes that I have come to the wrong place, because this place was the place of all the flying creatures. They used to come and sit there. Save her from them, she goes to the top of the broken tree and tries to save her life. But by mistake, a sound was produced by her. Flying dinosaur saw her, which gradually starts coming to Koa to eat her. She was very scared because there was no way to escape. The dinosaur had come very close and then suddenly attacks, and grabs her clothes and pulls Koa away with him. This thing was seen by Mills. He follows the dinosaur and finally shoots with his gun, and finally saves Koa. She was very scared, and her condition was also not good. That's why Mills picks her up on his back and continues towards the mountain, because he was seeing his daughter somewhere in Koa, which he had left on his planet 2 years ago. It became evening while traveling. It was dangerous to roam in such plains. So these people decide to go to the cave and spend the night there. Mills checks his GPS again to see how far the distance of their ship is. The thing that Mills finds out blows his mind. The pieces of rocks that had collided with Mills's spaceship were now going to fall on the earth here. This will kill all the dinosaurs. They will turn into ash. He understood everything and tells Koa about this. But the next morning, when they were about to leave from there, a big dinosaur comes and attacks them. To escape from him, they want to enter the cave. They find a small tunnel there, which was very small in size. Mills explodes a bomb there that enlarges its size. It gets bigger enough that Koa could pass through it, but not Mills. Now she passes, but Mills is left behind. The dinosaur suddenly attacks him. But Mills's electric gun, which was the load, many times he shoots the dinosaur and saves his life. And as soon as he came out of the tunnel, he could not see Koa anywhere. He sees a lot of pieces of rocks coming towards the earth from the sky, which meant that they had to leave this planet as soon as possible or else they will be killed. And now he quickly starts running to the place where the small spaceship was. But in the meantime, he accidentally falls into a very big, dangerous pit. He tries a lot to get out, but the pit was swallowing him. He even calls Koa, but he could not see any hope of escape. He was stuck inside a lot. He drowns completely, but before that, Koa comes there to help him. She throws a long stick of wood near Mills, and Mills comes out after holding it. As soon as he comes out, he hugs Koa as if she were his daughter, because he was very happy to be alive again. Then he tells her that now this planet is going to end very soon. We will have to leave. They travel all day and all evening. And finally, before nightfall, they reach the spaceship. The good fortune was that this spaceship wasn't damaged. It was absolutely fine, and these people could leave. Without wasting the time, when Mills starts the spaceship, Koa comes out and starts searching for her parents. Because Mills told her that her mom and dad will be found on the top of the mountains. But very soon she realized that Mills had lied to me, because all the chambers were destroyed in the accident of the space, in which Koa's parents also died. He tries to make this child calm, but she was quite angry and upset. Mills apologizes to her and tells her the truth, that I did this all to save your and my life. Let's go out from here, otherwise, we'll die after being buried under the rocks. Koa was crying, and to get her trust, Mills shows her the picture of his daughter and tells her that I left for the space mission 2 years ago, so I can treat my daughter with the money I get. She has a deadly disease, and if I couldn't reach on time, she'll die. He was loving Koa because he was seeing his daughter in her, so he wanted to save her life at any cost after taking her out from there. Hearing him, Koa gets emotional and begins to cry after hugging him. Now, they hurriedly go and get in the spaceship. Before they leave, the pieces of the rock attack them. Not only this, but 2 other dinosaurs have seen them, who come and try to stop their spaceship. Now, Mills knows if they stay there, the dinosaurs will attack and kill both of them. So he runs aside and diverts the attention of the dinosaur towards him, so Koa's life could be saved. As the dinosaur tries to come to her, Mills shoots him with his gun and kills him, but he knows that there is another dinosaur is yet alive who comes towards him, and he thinks that he'll kill him now. His gun wasn't reloading because of the low battery. The dinosaur also comes quite closer. During this time, Koa, sitting in the spaceship, uses her mind. She plays a video to distract the dinosaur. As he goes from there, Mills gets a chance to run away from there. But when the dinosaur doesn't get anything to eat, he again starts to chase Mills. Along with this, the planet's destruction started. All the volcanoes erupted. Apart from this, the pieces of the rocks were also falling. The dinosaur was continuously chasing them. Mills doesn't understand how to get rid of him. He gets an idea and begins to run towards the volcanoes, which erupted near the Earth. As a volcano erupts, the dinosaur was affected by it, but his skin was quite hard and he wasn't much affected. The dinosaur gets quite angry. He comes quite closer to kill Mills. Mills has accepted his death after giving up. He even has no space to go back. It was a difficult time, and Koa again comes to save Mills. While jumping, she attacks the dinosaur's eye. As he wasn't seeing anything, this time, he comes on a big volcano, and as it erupts, much of the acid and lava take the dinosaur in its effect. Finally, the dinosaur was killed. After dying, the skin of the dinosaur begins to melt because of the acid. Their life was saved, and they sit in the space. After putting the location of his planet, Mills tries to go from there. During this, many pieces of the spaceship collide with their spaceship. They eventually made a safe exit from there. They can't believe after getting a new life. They were happy, and with their